It's hard to be a car enthusiast and not love a good engine, because engines are exciting. Engines bestow cars with character, largely, to be honest, because of their foibles. You know, there are peaks and plateaus in the torque curve. You need a gearbox. You need to understand rev matching, and all these things make the experience of using an engine very, very engaging. We love that. That's why we're on Drive Tribe. And if you have a performance car, then your engine is going to make a very, very fascinating noise. And that noise, that bark and that crackle, telegraphs to the world your prowess, your status, your virility even, that noise. But what if that noise comes to signify that you're a bit behind the curve? Or worse, what if that noise comes to signify that your car is slow? This is the Lotus Evija, and it doesn't make any noise at all, not any noise worth speaking of anyway, because it's electric. Boo! Yeah, I know, get over it, because it does have 500 horsepower per wheel. That means, to save you doing the difficult arithmetic, 2,000 horsepower in total, or twice what the original Bugatti Veyron had, and we thought that would be the most powerful car ever made. And this will do 0 to 60 in what Lotus describes as considerably under 3 seconds. More importantly, 0 to 180 miles an hour in under 9 seconds. That is going to hurt. And now, here are what we call in television the pretties. Now, a year or two ago on Drive Tribe, I did a piece that said, in the electric future, we need to rethink the shape of the supercar, the mid-engine supercar, because it's the shape it is because of the way the engine was accommodated. It was put as close to the middle of the car as possible in order to centralize the mass. That's good for agility, and it was mounted as low as possible to keep the center of gravity low, and so that the roofline could be low and the aerodynamics could be good. But of course, with an electric car where the motors are essentially in the wheels and the battery goes in the floor, you don't need to worry about that sort of thing, and you could make it any shape you wanted. Actually, if you think about it, you end up with the same solution, because you don't want the battery in the floor, because then the weight would go towards the extremes. That's bad for handling. It would also add depth, which would raise the roofline, which you don't want. The motors are in the wheels, as I said, and the intelligent place to put the battery is here for mass centralization, and so that it can be protected. So it ends up exactly where it would be in a Lamborghini Miura or a Ferrari 308. So in fact, I was talking complete cock. Now, I should have pointed out straight away, in case some of you are getting excited, I can't actually drive this. This is just a prototype. To be honest, it's the motor show display car. And this is slightly awkward because there are some people from Lotus hanging around. We have seen over the years quite a few Lotus show cars that have come to nothing, but this is different, they assure me, because they have very wealthy backers. They've already made the production line. They are going to make 130 of these, this being the Lotus Type 130, and the price will be £2.2 million. Anyway, I thought I would sit inside it and make some car noises, you know. You get a man to open the door for you. Could you open the door for me, please, man? He has to follow you around in an Evora. It's a bit slow, and I'm saying that as someone who's called Captain Slow. Will the real one be quicker than that? The real one will be quicker than that. This car does 0 to 60 from a standing start in about 2.5 minutes. This is incredible, really, because this car is the same width as my Ferrari 458. The wheelbase is almost exactly the same as the Lotus Evora's, and it's very, very roomy considering it's a supercar. But really, who gives a toss about any of that? It's a 2,000 horsepower supercar. It has cameras for the rear view mirror and the door mirrors there. It's got haptic touch controls, and it's got this little wheel, a bit like a Ferrari, let's be honest, that allows you to change the power parameters. And there is an eco mode for conscientious people, and then I'm afraid you only get 600 horsepower. I love it. And doesn't actually, I'm going to, may I close the door, Lotus people? Oh, sorry, you've got to close the door. Close the door, please, Lotus people. I just want you to look at it because it's tremendous. Bye. I'm going into the future. See you there. It's going to be great. Ow!